We're about to either go to public or we're about to go to some private. It's kind of the kickoff of college football. It's the second week. I think there's some games last week. My team won. We played ITT Technical Institute. And we won. So that was nice. Was kind of expected. Here's my bow setup this year. Isn't that a thing of beauty? Got these SIMMONS Tiger Sharks. And I guess we're going to see if they're going to growl this afternoon. Probably going to go on doe patrol. Although, I really like to get on this guy this year. Pretty nice deer, I'd say. I believe I made my choice. I had this buck show up this morning. And I believe it's the same deer I had in Velvet. If that's the same deer, I think I'd probably be pretty stupid not to shoot this deer. He's got the frame of a pup young deer. I mean, he's got the frame of a 130-inch deer. He just doesn't have much tine length, and he's kind of weak on one side. But I'll tell you what, I'll shoot him. All right, y'all. It's about 6:30. That buck was in here 12 hours ago, about 6:40-ish a.m. Got a good wind blowing in my face. If you see, I put this plot in this past summer, limed it, put security cover all around it. I've got like 10 different varieties of annuals, some cereal grains, about 5 different varieties of clovers and brassicas. See what happens. There you go. There's the reality. Don't see him every time. There's some other places I probably could have went to, and I probably could have seen some deer, and could have probably shot a doe, but that buck, he wasn't far from there, so gotta kind of try him when you can. I got out of there as quick as I could, quiet as I could. Don't think I messed it up. I won't go in there again until it's a very high probability set. We need some rain. This food plot was looking really good, and now it's looking like it's needing some rain. So that'll do it for first weekend. All right, well, it's Monday, September 16th, and it is like triple-digit degrees. 100. That's how hot it is today. It's like 5:50. I'm just now leaving the house. I'm gonna go to the food plot that I built. I don't have it planted because there's been like 0 rain for the last 3 months, feels like. And yeah, I'm just gonna go to the stand in blue jeans and OnX shirt. Alright, y'all. I planted these deer. I planted them about a year ago. Some I planted 2 years ago. So I planted these deer in here, and now I'm gonna go. Got my combine right here. I'm about to harvest them. The wind is pretty good. It's coming out the north. Northwestish. We'll see when I get the tree. So I'm talking right now. Got my waist harness on. Alright, well, it's Wednesday, September 18th, and today, this will be my third hunt of the season. Yesterday was Tuesday, I had Bible study. So I always have Bible study and I'm always going to be in church, but I digress. Going out to public today and going to change the pace a little bit. I will be shooting the first doe I see, going to a good spot, familiar place to me, where I found some persimmons postseason scouting last year. I do not know if there's persimmons on the trees right now at this particular spot, but I'm going to give it a gander, and I guess we'll try. So I will see you when I'm getting Well, I'm picking my way down this dry slough right here. And one thing to note, when it's hot like this, what I like to do is work these sloughs that are dry. And I'll look at the edges and the bends of the slough to check persimmon trees. And I've already checked probably 6 persimmons along this dry slough. And I haven't found any that's dropping yet. I'm going to keep working this creek until I find one. Alright, well, as I'm going down through here, I'm obviously checking persimmon trees, but I'm also marking swamp chestnut oaks, and there's a monster right out here in front of me. I'm going to walk you over to it. This is going to tell me where I need to be in October. It's a good spot in here. Just need to find some persimmons. Well, better keep your eyes peeled. It's bow season, and bow season means snakes. Canebrake rattlesnakes, little ones which are hard to see. Alright, so I just found a water hole, and that's what I was searching for, is a water source, because it's so dry. I walked all these sloughs and I found a little pocket of water, and there's tracks all around it. So I'm about to get on the downwind side of it and climb a tree. Alright, you can see I got a water hole behind me, and I just kept walking these creek systems, these sloughs, until I found some standing water. A lot of times that can pay off big time. And I found it, and I found fresh tracks, and I didn't make much noise. Got my fingers crossed. Ain't no telling what could show up in the next 20 minutes. Looks like I got about 20 minutes left to shoot in light. I haven't looked at my phone, but I would assume it's about 7:30. Alright guys, I just made it down from the tree. And what I've done is I basically broke down this side of this WMA. And even though I didn't see a deer tonight, the plus side of this thing is that I've crossed off a ton of land. So I know where these deeper pockets of these sloughs are at. So even though I didn't see anything tonight, the plan of attack is basically keep working down this area. Probably what's going on is there's persimmons or something else that's better that also has water on further down. So the goal is the rest of this week to keep advancing further into this stuff until I find the dropping persimmons, the food source, in conjunction with the water. I did have that same buck on camera tonight on private, so I may try him tomorrow. I'd be about foolish not to try him, but put a lot of work into that private land spot, so I'd like to capitalize on that. But I'm gonna get back to the truck here. And we'll check in with y'all tomorrow. Alright y'all, it's Thursday, September 19th, and instead of going to the public and feeding off the sign that I found yesterday, I did get that deer, that buck on camera yesterday, so rightfully so, I'll probably be going to hunt him tonight. That's what I've decided to do. Hunt him for a few days. If it doesn't happen, I'm going to dive right back into the public. I may do a little bit of public land hunting in the mornings, but as of right now, I've done a lot of work in this area and picked up this spot, so I'm going to try to capitalize on all that hard work planting this food plot. We haven't had rain in quite some time here in Georgia, so while it's green, I'm going to try to capitalize. We really need some rain. It's 84 degrees, so pretty severe temperature change, believe it or not, for South Georgia. It was 100 this time yesterday. Today it's 84. So I'm going to roll in here, get set up, and good Lord willing, a nice buck will show up.
We've got a good wind, northeast. That buck came right out of that little pocket of woods yesterday at 7:30, so it's about 6 o'clock right now. We'll sit back and be patient and see what happens. It's kind of one of those things where it probably is not going to happen this evening, because I've noticed sometimes these bucks, they'll go a day, skip a day or two, then show back up at random. So there's no guarantees tonight, but I gotta sit here, give it a try.
Alright, here we go. Hunting this deer again. There's another buck that came in here, came into this food plot last night. Saw him on my cell camera. And I'm kind of on the fence about shooting him. I can't tell if he's, I mean, it really doesn't matter, guys. Shoot what you want to shoot. Shoot a 3.5-year-old, shoot a 4.5-year-old. I don't criticize, and I don't, it doesn't bother me what someone chooses to shoot. In Georgia, the general season, you have two buck tags. One can be any buck you want. The other has to have 4 points on one side. This buck is a legal buck for any of those requirements. But for me personally, I'm after a mature deer. That's just for me. My reasoning behind that is because I enjoy the chase. I feel like a mature deer has a little bit of that element of wits somewhat, because he's a little bit smarter. I guess you could say, to me, for why I'm doing it, or targeting a specific buck, not why I'm hunting, but just one part of targeting a specific buck is he's a good adversary for me. So I don't know. I don't think I'm going to shoot this other buck. I'll probably let him slide if I see him. But I'm after that 6.5-year-old. I think he's 6.5. He's mature, put it that way. And so, I don't know. I feel like I had pictures of this deer, just to backtrack for a second. I had pictures of this deer on Monday, right close to dark. I mean, he was just after dark. And when that happens, I made a rookie mistake. I should have just bared down on him and hunted that deer hard. And hunted him. And I would have killed him on Wednesday. Well, I hunted him Thursday, he didn't show up. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go right back in here and keep hunting him. And, you know, the wind's decent, but I feel like when you get a deer like this, you got to just hunt him hard. And the conditions don't have to be perfect. You got to kind of take a chance sometimes. So I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to keep hunting them. It's 91 degrees, a little bit warmer today. I'm going to slide in here and see if I can get it done. See y'all when I get in the tree.
Alright, so I'm close to the stand, so I keep dropping milkweed. My wind's blowing back to the road, which is good. I'm gonna keep checking it, and if it's just dead wrong, I'm gonna have to leave. But hopefully it'll hang on tight just long enough. Alright guys, so I'm back at the house, and had to stay in the tree a little while there so I could get out undetected. That buck met up. The actual buck I came to hunt, the mature deer, big body deer, he ended up showing up right at last light. He ran the deer off that I passed that you saw. And so I waited till they got across the food plot and I slipped out. So tomorrow is the 21st, Saturday. The dogs have a big game, and I've got a big day in the woods. I'm gonna slide back in there tomorrow evening and try that buck again. It's kind of one of those things, I'd say, when you get a deer and they're on some kind of pattern like that where they're knocking around daylight, you got to get in there and hunt a bunch. You know, the wind was marginal. I thought I wasn't even going to sit the stand because the wind was marginal, but I did anyhow. Didn't get smelled at all. Got out clean. So tomorrow it's kind of the same wind. I guess I'm gonna go in there tomorrow and I'll keep y'all posted. I'm gonna try to get these videos out as soon as I can. Appreciate y'all's support. Appreciate y'all watching. If you will and you like the content, please give it a thumbs up, share it if you will, and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, we'll see y'all then. God bless.